Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, today we're unpacking something literally game-changing. It's a framework that takes those forgotten, dusty PDFs sitting on your hard drive and transforms them into incredibly smart, interactive AI bots. It's called the BtoB or book-to-bot system. We're going to break down exactly how this whole transition works, dive into the brilliant strategy behind it, and yeah, we'll definitely uncover the hidden costs of the system that you won't spot at first glance. If you've ever wondered how to turn static info into interactive expertise, you're in the right place. So here's our game plan for today. We're hitting the dead content problem, the book-to-bot shift, the 3-step process, 6 ways to deploy, the creator and proof, and then the final verdict and costs. And stick around for that last one because there is a mandatory recurring fee you absolutely need to know about. Section 1, the dead content problem. Okay, let's dive into this. We really need to talk about that digital graveyard of static PDFs just piling up on your computer. Seriously, what if your content could actually talk back to you? Think about it. You download an ebook, grab a PLR guide, or save some massive training manual, right? You skim it once and then nothing. It just sits there. The problem here is that static content, no matter how amazing it is, just can't answer your specific questions in real time. But imagine if those forgotten manuals could suddenly explain themselves. What if they could brainstorm custom ideas with you or help users instantly apply what they just read? That's exactly the massive gap the book-to-bot system is trying to fix. Section 2, the book-to-bot shift. This is all about the macro-level transition from one-way reading to two-way AI interaction. We are literally watching a massive shift happen right now. We're aggressively moving away from that old Web 2.0 model, where you just get a PDF, read it, and totally forget it. The new model, it takes that exact same PDF, pairs it with AI, and boom, it turns it into a dynamic, interactive, custom GPT companion. Our sources emphasize that instead of handing over a generic document, your content becomes this highly focused, niche-specific assistant. It's no longer just static information, it's a completely interactive experience. And hey, the demand for this is totally backed by the numbers. To put things into perspective, the AI assistant market is valued at roughly $3.35 billion for 2025, but it's projected to skyrocket to a mind-blowing $21.11 billion by 2030. That's a 44.5% annual growth rate, which is just insane. It totally validates exactly why the demand for these interactive assistants is exploding across basically every niche out there. Plus, look at the infrastructure we already have. ChatGPT is commanding nearly 81.5% of the AI chatbot market for 2026. What does that mean for you? It means you don't need to be some tech wizard or developer. You aren't building complex software from scratch, managing API keys, or writing a single line of code. The heavy lifting is already done. The platform is right there. Folks are just missing the framework to actually use it effectively. Which brings us to Section 3, the 3-step process. Here's where we get into the incredibly beginner-friendly framework that requires absolutely zero coding. So here's the core workflow, and it is beautifully simple. Step 1, pick your document. Just grab any text file, a PLR product, some old lead magnet, or course notes. Step 2, build the bot. This system gives you a specific book-to-bot builder. You just feed your text right into it, and it automatically structures the instructions so your bot gives super focused answers instead of just generic fluff. Oh, and a crucial detail? It automatically secures those instructions so people can't just poach or copy your bot's brain. Finally, step 3, package the experience. You bundle that original guide together with your new interactive AI assistant, and it is ready to hand over to your audience. Section 4, 6 ways to deploy. Because, let's be real, you're probably wondering how we actually profit from turning these static assets into interactive bots. Well, our sources outline 6 really clever ways to deploy these things. Ready? You can build an affiliate marketing GPT to answer buyer questions and drive sales, a coaching GPT trained on your own personal materials, a customer support GPT that magically turns your FAQs into an instant help desk. You can even create local business GPTs for folks like real estate agencies or restaurants. Need more leads? Offer a lead magnet GPT as a super cool interactive freebie instead of another boring PDF. Or set up a course companion GPT to act as a 24/7 tutor for your students. The versatility here is absolutely a game changer. Section 5, the creator and the proof. Let's talk about the guy behind all this, Dennis Becker. Our sources actually call him the most underrated marketer on Warrior Plus. Why? Because he relies on real substance over hype. He builds proven systems, and he actually puts his real name on his products. And this brilliantly illustrates his credibility. His famous ebook, $5 a Day, sold over 10,000 copies way back in 2006. It's a verifiable track record of building compounding digital marketing systems that literally spans decades. But what about this specific book-to-bot system? Well, Becker actually ran a personal case study to prove it works. Get this, he had this totally dead affiliate campaign. It had literally earned $0 after 2 full email broadcasts. Zip. But then he took a document, used this exact system to turn it into a custom GPT, and offered that interactive bot as a bonus. Suddenly, that completely dead campaign generated over $1,000 in commissions. That exact transformation is the very foundation this whole product is built on. Section 6. Final verdict and costs. So, the crucial point is knowing the complete truth before buying. Let's take an impartial look at the pros, the cons, and the true financial investment required here. Looking objectively at the facts, the review gives this system a really solid 4.5 out of 5 stars for digital marketers. The pros are fantastic. There's absolutely no coding needed. It legitimately turns dead digital dust into interactive assets. And that 3-step setup is incredibly fast. But we have to talk about the cons. Your bot is only ever going to be as good as the source content you upload. I mean, garbage in, garbage out, right? And listen, just building the bot doesn't magically guarantee income. You still need actual marketing skills and an audience to sell it to. And that brings us to the hidden catch we teased earlier, $20. To actually deploy this system, you must have an active ChatGPT Plus subscription, which runs you $20 a month. The entire book-to-bot system relies on accessing OpenAI's custom GPT features, and those are strictly locked behind their paid tier. So that is a mandatory, ongoing operational cost you absolutely have to factor in. As for the system itself, the price and context right now is super time-sensitive. Today, May 27th, 2026, the base book-to-bot system is highly accessible at an early bird launch price of just $17. But the sources are very clear. That pricing ends right at midnight Eastern Time tonight. Once the clock strikes midnight, the cost of the system jumps all the way up to $97. We've seen exactly how the market is shifting, how this tech is now totally accessible without knowing a lick of code, and what the true costs are to get moving, which leaves us with one final thought. About those old folders of PDFs just collecting digital dust on your computer? Are you sitting on a digital graveyard or a goldmine of untapped interactive AI expertise? Think about it. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer and